Okay, welcome everyone. It's Monday. Um, I'm going to go ahead and mute everyone. Okay, so start of a new week, and good to see everyone. For those of you that are new to this, we meet every day, Monday through Friday, just for a few minutes to practice these foundational skills that have been shown to help our nervous system feel or be able to access a kind of baseline positivity. So whether it's mindfulness or gratitude or forgiveness, kindness, this is all the good stuff I think that we as human beings all would like to have easy access to. So that's what we do here. And on Friday, I had an interesting session. Some of you were there, but after, I don't know, the first minute or two, my audio just cut out. So I actually spent, I'm pretty sort of focused on doing the actual session. I'm not necessarily, checking comments or doing anything like that. And so it turns out that I spent about 14 minutes just talking and no one could hear a word. And when I found out about that afterwards, obviously all kinds of stuff came up for me, right? So probably the strongest emotion that I felt was the sense of humility. And I went through all these different waves of first feeling just kind of dumb about it and thinking to myself, gosh, why didn't you pay more attention? And then trying to cut myself some slack and say, well, gosh, you're busy, you're focusing on the session. And anyway, so on. So I'd say that, the main takeaway for me was just this overwhelming sense of humility where no matter how hard we try or how well we plan, because I also realized I actually did do an audio check initially. At some point, stuff happens, right? So life happens, and I think our capacity to be with life as it shows up and it throws you a curveball here or there, or presents itself differently than you wanted it to, is a big part of being able to maintain a sense of positivity throughout our days. And so, humility is a theme that I'd like to tap into today. And then connected with that is also creativity. And I think creativity is an underappreciated or under it's not focused on enough in the context of this positivity work that we're doing here. But creativity is really at the heart of the cognitive reframe, right? Or being able to be with a situation that might feel embarrassing, or like it was a mistake or something went wrong. Creativity is the part of our brain, or the process in our brain, that allows us to look at a situation and say, okay, well, let me see if I can, view this through a different lens than the default mode that my conditioning or my social upbringing is going to predispose me to. So I'd love to combine these two concepts of humility and creativity today in a short uh, meditation. So let's just looking at the time, let's go ahead and get started. As per usual, let's close our eyes and just start just by arriving to where we're at right now. Noticing yourself, your body sitting in a chair or sitting on the ground. I love this word grounding, meaning just noticing or connecting with the sensation of being in contact with the ground. Either your feet flat on the ground, just noticing yourself sitting in a chair, leaning up against the backrest. However you find yourself, just see if for a second we can drop into just being here and grounding. And wiggle your toes, draw some attention to the sensation of your feet in contact with the ground. And then noticing that the body's breathing. Again, I'm intentionally using the terminology the body rather than that you are breathing, because there's actually nothing that you're doing that involves the breathing. The body just knows exactly what to do. And then setting this intention to drop into an experience of connecting with memories that involve some humility and creativity and just opening up to being open and receptive to whatever comes up. And so maybe start by thinking of a situation in which things went sideways for you. Things just didn't play out the way that you wanted them to. Your plans went awry. And ideally, pick something on a scale from 1 to 10 that's not a 10. Maybe pick a 5 or a 6. So something that was uncomfortable, maybe embarrassing, but not something that was traumatizing or overwhelmingly detrimental. And see if you can drop back into this memory and make it come alive. I'm assuming there were probably other people involved in some capacity. Maybe it's just one person, maybe it's several. There's something about the situation that feels uncomfortable. And just allow that discomfort. Notice what it's like. Just recognize this dis-ease and how it registers in your body. And in bringing some attention to the story that's attached to this. What should have happened that didn't? What shouldn't have happened that did? What are you imagining you would like to have taken place? And instead, you find yourself in this situation where things are different. Just stay. Maybe at the time you felt the need to move away from that experience, but this is an invitation for a kind of do-over. And just stay. Stay in the middle of this discomfort. And you might notice there's this peculiar sort of energetic paradox going on. On the one hand, feeling powerless in this situation because things obviously went differently than you wanted them to. And there's also an incredible power in being able to just stand being in the middle of it. And the two can exist at the same time. I think that's a definition of humility, is where we stand at the crossroads of powerlessness and powerfulness. And see if you can locate where in your body you feel that locus of humility. And if you notice your mind wandering and drifting, just gently bring it back to staying in the middle of this memory of an uncomfortable situation and staying connected to this sense of personal power that you can stand it and tolerate it. Breathe with it, flex with it. And this ability to be with what is also the starting point for creativity, where we can begin to re-narrate or redraw the storyline around what happened, what our role is in it, what does it mean that things didn't work out the way that I wanted them to. What does it say about me? What am I imagining others might be thinking or feeling? And just entertain the possibility that things might actually be very different than our initial knee-jerk reaction. There's a big difference between humility and feeling humiliated. I believe that the difference between the two is oftentimes due to a sense of creativity, just being able to explore a different story. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. Exhale all the way. And hold the exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another deep inhale. Another long exhale. Again, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And allow yourself to just breathe normally. Open your eyes. Welcome back. And yeah, hope this was a useful exploration of humility and creativity. And by the way, as you guys know, like I always try to make these personally relevant. And so I also just wanted to express some gratitude for, I watched part of the video recording afterwards and just realized that all of you that were on the call were trying to problem solve and were communicating with each other, trying to figure out how to get my attention about the audio not working. And that really helped with my creative reframe about what it all meant. So appreciate you guys very much and hope to see you tomorrow. Have a great day.